When taking gigs as a freelancer or a cinematographer or a DP, you have to actually understand that the gig has to relate to you. And if it resonates with you, the more you'll actually feel better about doing it. Now, on this job I took, it was actually very good because I worked with this client before. They've been in the community working with people, working with kids more so, I should say, to bring them a better life and challenges. They're called the United Foundation of Central Florida, and this is their 10th anniversary luncheon. Got all my gear. It's a nice day outside. See how today goes. I know it'll be a good one, but always got to think positive regardless. Upon entering the hotel, the first thing I said to myself was, which room is it located in? Because I was told exactly where it was, but there's so many parts within there that I didn't get that. So I just quickly found exactly where I was supposed to be. Checked into many rooms, but of course I found the one. Luckily, it was my first try. And as soon as I got in, the first thing I did was walk around to see where I'll be setting up at. I mean, as you can see, I placed my bags on the table, but it wasn't exactly where I was going to be. And in this location, I figured out that the stage is dead center, and I said, let me just see if I just get a shot dead center, as that would be the best and main shot for all the speakers and everybody that's coming there. So as I get my bag, I check in with the audio team, see what spaces they have available. And this person right here, his name is actually Julian. He's one of the members who were actually invited to speak and actually give awards to the children and the other participants within the event. So kudos to him for all that he's been doing with the community and everything that he's been doing with United Foundation of Central Florida. The next thing is actually getting yourself set up. So as people were coming in, I decided, all right, I can't really just walk around and just take shots. I just have to pick a spot, get set up. I just started doing that, went in my bag, set up my tripod, got everything together, made sure that everything was okay. I started getting set up with my color and white balance. I actually did a video on this before and the importance of it. I'll link that, of course, down below. So I'm doing my color check here, doing my white balance, make sure I have that file so that whenever I do get into post, I can just use that as a reference and it'll make everything easier. I think that every videographer or cinematographer should have one of those in their bag to carry. And on this shoot, I carry with me the Canon R5C and the Sigma 70-200, great for events if you want to get that long range coverage. And then also I had the Canon R5 with the 24-70 f2.8, which is great for capturing B-roll or even taking pictures on the side. When you're working alone, you have to make sure you get all your shots that you need first before everyone starts to mess up everything once it's already been set up. So here they have different setups for, there's a secret auction, I believe, and I wanted to get pictures of all the prizes and different things that they have there. Now, normally I would go in on a scenario and just take pictures first. And this time I actually wanted to set up first and then take pictures. So as the day began, I started going around, set up pictures because people weren't actually speaking at this point. So I just went around, started taking pictures of what's going on, people interacting to get a feel of the crowd. They had Orlando Police Department there. It was actually very good to see everyone in such good spirits just to be in the same room all at the one time. Now, I don't know what problems you face when you've been a freelancer, but sometimes you have to really go around people to get your shot, because in order to make everything flow and seem as if though, I don't even want to say seem, but you want to make sure that you provide the best image. You actually have to go in and get those shots where it's necessary. And in this part of the video, you can see I was just going by, taking my shots. People were lining up. They wanted to make sure they get their shots in. And I had to make sure that everything was okay. Those photos came out great. This part of the video, or I should say this part of the afternoon, I found to be the most interesting because they gave a speech. And I really want to say that the words resonated so much not just with me, but with the people there, but more so it's all about the community and getting together. They had some high profile people there, and I just want to say congratulations to all of them, every single one of them that was there. Now, using my Canon, of course, because it was stationed and locked off, it really wasn't much of a hassle because everything was in front of me. The autofocus really took care of everything. That's one thing I love about the R5C. You can just set it up and not worry about it. And it got every single part of it. Also, there was a speech that was given, and I'll play that speech so you can hear it. Just a brief moment of it.
Greetings from the Biden-Harris administration. I will say I was really my first meeting with this administration, the first woman, a woman of color, to serve as the Assistant Secretary for the Administration of Health and Human Services.
And once again, going through, after everyone started eating, taking pictures, it became one of those evenings where you were the go-to guy, so everyone wanted to capture a moment, no matter where it was. It was just on the back wall, they had their significant other or their relative, and everyone wanted to take a picture, capturing B-roll. I had this newer light. This is my speed light that's on there that you can probably see, and capturing photos. Canon R5, the Canon R5 does a great job. There was also another photographer there. He was capturing his photos, but of course, as a professional, you don't want to get into somebody else's shot. So of course, you ask if they're finished. When they're done, you go around them, do whatever else they have to do. So that's just code that you want to follow and live by when you're doing these type of events. So overall, it was a pretty good evening, but I just want to say that you can actually do these type of events by yourself, or you can actually work with someone else. It's really not that hard to do, only if you have a scenario where you can really lock off your shot and not worry about it. Also, let me know in the comments, how do you guys feel working as a solo operator, or if you prefer working with a team? Is it difficult for you to work as a solo operator, or is it preferable for you to work as a solo operator? Drop a comment, let me know. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. And I want to thank the people at the United Foundation of Central Florida